All right, let's get to it, boys.
Let's do it.
Our special guest is the multi-dimensional Grant Cardone. Grant's a New York Times best-selling author. He's a sales expert, international speaker, entrepreneur, business innovator, and is known as a leader in social media. We welcome Grant Cardone.
Dude, I'm multi-dimensional, bro. Yeah. Man, I love this.
Yeah, buddy, Grant. This is Johnny, man. Once again, we welcome you to our show, the Vision Board Podcast. We thank you for taking the time out to share your message with us and our fans. Could we start the show off a little bit about what's going on right now? You're a really busy dude. Maybe talk about the book that just released, Be Obsessed or Be Average. What's going on in Grant Cardone?
Yeah, Johnny, thanks for asking, man. This is the 7th book that I've released, the 19th business program. It's called Be Obsessed or Be Average. This is a book about my life, really, where I came from and how I turned a freaking destructive life and destructive obsessions and addictions into, rather than denying it, trying to control it or trying to recover from it, bro, I tapped into the darkness.
Yeah, 100%. Go on.
Yeah, and because when I was 16 years old, man, my life started going like this way. By the time I'm 25, I had hit like 7 or 8 or 9 different bottoms. And I was broke at 25, drug addicted, a disappointment to myself and my family. And man, I figured out how to tap into the problem was not the drugs, man. You see, the problem always comes before the drugs. It's like, why does a guy or gal turn to that? And what happened was they told me at the treatment center, they said, oh man, you got a propensity for addiction. You know, it's inherited in a lot of people. It just is. You got a disease. And I'm like, none of this shit makes sense, bro. Okay? My sister ain't got it. So I'm like, something's wrong with what they're telling me. And by the way, they're telling me all this and they're giving me more drugs. So I walked out of the treatment center and the guy said, and by the way, because when you're there, you basically do this whole inventory on your life and you admit to all the things you've ever done. And he's like, hey, by the way, man, give up all those ideas of being famous and rich and finding a hot chick. Just be grateful if you don't use 24 hours at a time. And I walked out and I said, that's some bullshit, dude. Okay? I don't want to use drugs again. I still want to get rich. I still want to be famous. And I want the hot chick. Johnny, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I seen it, Grant. Okay. You are the man on many different levels. I want to touch base real quick.
But hang on a second, Johnny, hang on, man, hang on, because hey, you guys, you guys know what it's like, man, when you got good looks, man. when you know you got some talent and some gifts, and you want to swag it out, dude. And you go to the movie theater when you're 8 or 9 years old, and you see your heroes up there, and you're thinking, dude, I want to be that guy. See, when I finally freaking owned it. When I owned that I wanted to be that guy, that I wanted to be rich, that I wanted to be famous, that I wanted to write books, when I started owning that, rather than trying to deny it, and when I started telling myself, look, I don't want anybody around me who says I can't do this stuff. If I'm gonna die young, dude, I'm gonna die going for it. And when I started doing that, bro, I didn't have problems with drugs anymore. I haven't used a drug in 33 years. I mean, I bet you I've eaten 3 Advils in the last 15 years. I mean, I just don't do them, bro. I hate them, okay? But because I am completely obsessed with these other things that I thought I was supposed to do and that I believe, by the way, other people are supposed to do. So that's what the book is. It's obsessed or be average, dude. You got two choices. Either get obsessed all the way in like freaking red line, or just be freaking who knows who you are. Nobody knows who you are. Try to make sense of your little house, your little fence, and your little puppy. Right. And go clean up that urine, pick up his shit.
Yeah, man, that's a depiction of being base level. We talk about that a lot, what not to do. When you were going through that, though, when you were younger, when you were in your 20s, was that a specific moment that you had? Was it a mentor that you had? When was that switch on when you were like, you know what, I'm tired of this base level type of behavior. I'm ready to take it to the next level, or so-called 10X my life. What was that like, and what was the catalyst for that?
Yeah, so that's a good question, man. I had 3,285 of those, to be exact. Every day for freaking 9 years, I said, I'm going to turn it around. Every day. People talk about hitting a bottom. Dude, I hit 3,200 bottoms. Every day was a bottom. Every day was a disappointment. I wake up today, man, and I have bottoms. You can own a plane. You can write books. You can speak on stage. You can have a bunch of freaking money. You can have all the stuff, dude, and still be on the bottom because I know what my potential is. And if you have the potential, if you know you have the potential of a giant, which I believe you guys do.
Thank you.
And I believe your audience does. And I know I do, dude. I know it for sure. Okay. So I have other people believe in me now. Well, they didn't believe in me much when I was 16. I was the only one that believed in me. I was the one that's saying I'm going to be rich one day. And they're like, you don't need that, little Granty. We love you just the way you are, little Tristy. Okay. Little Johnny, me and your mama, we're happy with each other. I'm like, dude, I don't want to just be happy with a chick.
Right.
Okay. My mom used to tell me, my dad died when I was 10. He was 52 years old. And my mom used to say, my only job is to take care of you 5 kids. I'm like, that's stupid, man. Okay. That is ridiculous, man. There's no way. There's no God that would limit somebody to just one goal. There's too much potential, man. It'd be like having a Ferrari, bro, with 12 cylinders and you only use 2 of them.
Yeah.
So look, man, I had thousands and thousands and thousands of moments where I'm like, I got to turn it around now, And there's some people that came in my life. They weren't really mentors. They were interrupters. I remember I was selling a car. To a guy. I'm 23, 24, 25 years old. I hadn't cleaned up yet. And I'm selling Toyotas, dude, and I hate it. Okay? I freaking hate selling Toyotas. I want to be James Bond, bro, and I'm selling Corollas. You know what I'm saying? And this guy looked at me, man. I remember it like it was yesterday. This is 30 years ago. And the guy looked at me. He's sitting over here. My little desk was against the wall, and I had my customers kind of almost sit next to me. And he looked at me, and he's like, it was like he was an angel, dude. He guy looked at me right in the eyes. He's like, what are you doing, son? And I'm pitching him this deal. What are you doing, son? And he looked down into my soul, bro. And the guy busted me, right? He knew I was, I'm snorting cocaine right before I go work the deal. I'm running around with 5 vials of cocaine every day. By noon, I've already consumed it all. I'm popping pills, smoking weed. Dude, I'm lost. And I hate myself, man. Every drug addict hates himself. But I think there's more people that hate themselves than just drug addicts, man. It's all these average people. Because even after I cleaned up, man, when I wasn't doing my full potential, dude, I didn't like myself. And I think people need to be told that, dude. Look, go for it all the way. Get obsessed. Everybody's an addict. Everybody's got an addict in them. Tap into it.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, Grant, I'm curious. Like in my intro, I mentioned that you're multidimensional. Like you've got the speaking side, your business, your entrepreneur side. You got your podcast, your TV show. If you could wear one hat, which one would it be, man?
Dude, I wouldn't wear one hat. I mean, I'd jump off the balcony if I had to wear one hat.
Yeah.
Why would I want to do that, man? I mean, unless you just think I'm I'm just a body. I don't think I'm a body, dude.
Yeah, attaboy.
See, I'm in that studio with you guys right now. I don't think there's any separation with us right now. Me and you hanging out, right? So, and by the way, I don't think, I'm with you right now, and I'm actually working a deal on a $96 million real estate deal in my head while I do this. And I know that I have a show at 12 o'clock today in about 30 minutes on taxes. And I'm thinking about that I'm doing dinner with my wife and this guy that owns a bunch of restaurants here in Miami tonight. And she's going to be going to the airport tomorrow. And I got the kids on Saturday and Sunday. Dude, I'm doing all that shit right now, bro.
It's actually funny that you kind of say that because I find it really hard to switch off, even when I get home after all the different jobs that I've got. Usually sometimes I get home at 9 p.m. at night. And when I'm at 9 p.m. at night, I'm then sending emails out to get more guests on the show. I find it hard to switch off.
Dude, don't switch off, bro.
Yeah, I don't ever.
Don't switch up.
People try to keep telling me, oh, you got to relax, you got to relax. I go, I don't really like relaxing.
Dude, give them the book. Say pick.
Right.
Dude, black or white.
Yeah.
Okay. Obsessed or average. The guy that's talking to you, bro, he's not even talking to you, man. He's not giving you advice. He's trying to make sense of why he's not doing what you're doing. He don't even care about you, bro. You need to slow down, Tristy. You're gonna burn out, Trish, you're gonna burn, bro. You're burning both candles I ain't a candle, man. You can't buy me at Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, true.
Grant, I want to talk. Tris and I keep bringing up the time we were down there in June. We got to meet you. We went to Grant Cardone University, which was an exceptional place. What we want to know is that place, your brand, your business is so well polished. We were there for the first 2 minutes we walk in, people were coming up to us, introducing themselves to us, making sure we were okay. Where did that come from? Was this a plan of yours from day one with the brand of Grant Cardone to have everything so well polished to the T? And if it was, who did you model that off of?
Nope, it wasn't a plan, man. You know, you never hear me talk about leadership. Like, you go back through, we got 4,000 videos on YouTube. I almost never mention the word leadership. I don't mention professional. I really don't talk about any of that stuff much. All this stuff that the gurus talk about, dude, I almost never talk about any of that stuff. I don't talk about customer service. I don't even talk about culture much. Dude, if you're talking about it, you don't have it. You know? So I don't talk about leadership because I'm leading. And how do I lead? I don't lead because I'm the general. I lead because I get in here and do stuff every day. And then if I do stuff successfully enough, if we build a team, if I'm successful, other people will want to. Who's going to want to be around successful, man? Either vampires that want to suck the blood out of me, or other people that want to be in the drag, right? They want to be in that thing. So who wants that Ferrari? Either the pretender or Cold Stone Ballers. So if the guy's only got one Ferrari, no offense, dude, you're a pretender, bro. Nobody would have a Ferrari as their only car. Come on.
Yeah.
Tell me how many miles you got on your Ferrari, and I'll tell you whether you're a pretender or a baller. Because if you got too many miles in that thing, you're driving it too much. That needs to be like the third or fourth car. You know what I'm saying? So like we look, I do my life. I don't do a job here. I'm not, it goes back to that one hat thing. I'm not a business owner. I'm not the CEO. I'm doing my life. Like when you come in here, dude, all the companies are in one place, right? So you don't really feel like you're moving from one department to another department. You feel like you're in this thing. Didn't you feel that?
Yeah.
Because you're in my life. You're in extensions of my life. There was no planning to that. How can you plan your life, man? Live it. So people are spending so much time trying to plan it out. I got to balance it. I got to find time for this or that. Dude, I created my life and I'm dropping stuff into my life. My wife got dropped into my life. The kids, I don't live my life around the kids. The kids got dropped into my parade. Okay? They're on my little freaking parade, and if they want to get off, man, I'm like, dude, you guys get off anytime you want, dog.
Yeah. Hey, Grant, I'm curious about your day-to-day. Obviously, you're flying around the country a lot, and you're obviously taking meetings all day. Is there a non-negotiable in your day, something you have to do?
I got to sleep, man. I had to take a leak before I came in here. I tried to put it off, So, I mean, yeah, dude, the things I got to do, right? I just don't give them much attention, Like, if I got to eat, then I'll try to take a client to dinner.
Yeah.
Because then that becomes tax deductible, number one, and opportunity, most importantly.
Yeah.
And number three, I mean, me and my wife know each other's stories. We want some new stories. She knows all my jokes, dude. I need a new audience to listen to my jokes. So are there non-negotiables? I mean, dude, if it ain't going to expand me, I ain't going to do it.
Yeah.
So me and my wife, we got an opportunity to do this. Yeah. What's in it for us? What's in it for me, man? Yeah. Everything I do. What's in it for me? See, nobody ever says that publicly. But you got to get obsessed. What's in it for you? How do you win? Okay. And by the way, if there's something in it for me, there's got to be something in it for them, right? So, but I make me first, man. I'm just public about it. Dude, I'm taking care of me, okay? And if I'm doing the right thing, if I'm contributing back, if I'm giving, then that's all right. Because I can't help other people if I don't take care of me. So what's non-negotiable is I'm not wasting my time.
Yeah. Grant, how do you personally know when to let go of an obsession in regards to an idea? Sometimes I feel I love creating things, and I hear or I read some people saying, well, if it's really not taking off right now, or maybe you should just let go of that idea and move on to the next one. Is there something internally that you just know, I'm not letting go of this till I get it right, sort of thing?
Yeah. Well, follow the money, bro. Look for the vein, baby. You go to the hospital, and they got to take blood and they can't find that vein, man. The nurse doesn't give up. She keeps looking. What's a drug addict do, dude? Guy's shooting heroin every day. What's a drug addict do? They don't give up when they can't find a vein. They start spreading toes, okay? Under the tongue, okay? Look, exploit the freaking vein, dude. Act like a junkie. Act like an addict, bro.
Yeah.
Okay? The addict gets what they want, no matter what they got to do. That's what it takes. Ask all the great ones, Jesus, Muhammad, Socrates, all the way back, all the old guys, right? Steve Jobs, the Henry Fords. Henry Ford said, nobody was asking for a car when I built that thing, man. You know what all his people were telling him? Give it up, Henry. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Everybody was laughing like a horse. We just need a faster horse that cleans up after itself. Right? Henry's like, no, man, I'm going to create a car, man. It's going to combustionize.
Yeah.
It's going to have wheels, man. We're going to run over people, man. Nobody was asking for that, right? When Steve Jobs built this little mechanism, nobody was asking for this. 2009, dude, people were trying to get some money, man. He's like, I'm going to sell a $1,000 phone with a 2-year contract.
Yeah.
Going to take pictures. It's going to communicate with people. I'm going to call it an iPhone. People are going to I'm going to make this damn phone so sexy, people are going to lick the buttons off of it. Nobody was asking for that phone, dude. He didn't give up on it, bro. So who's ever telling you that, bro? Say, hey, man, circle the bottom half of the book.
Okay.
Because they're average, bro. They're average people. And by the way, it goes back to this. They're not talking to you, dude. They're talking to themselves. They're trying to make sense of all the shit they gave up on. And if they can talk you into giving up, then that makes them right. They're not looking for company. It makes them right about when they gave up.
Definitely. Grant, what's next in terms of your goals? We talk about being obsessed. We both know Gary Vee. Gary Vee wants to buy the Jets. What's that big picture on your list?
I told Gary, I said, before you buy the Jets, you need to buy a jet.
Right on. What did he say to that one?
Yeah, he didn't take it well. So I said, bro, and if you're going to buy the Jets, this would be the season because the way they're performing, they're so bad, you should get them at a discount. Dude, look, I don't want to buy the Jets. I mean, I want to help people. I want 7 billion people to know my name. I want to leave a legacy. If you buy a sports team, I guess people are going to remember you for that. I got a friend that's a billionaire. He says, hey, nobody going to remember me, Grant, because I have $1 billion. Me and him were spending some time together. He's like, you, Grant, have a chance for millions and millions and millions, hundreds of millions of people to remember your name long after you're Grant Cardone alive on this planet. He's like, bro, there's no wealth greater than that. So, I mean, everybody's got their own deal, right? One thing doesn't satisfy me. I wanted the marriage. I wanted the kids. I wanted the business. I wanted all that stuff, man. Who knows what I'm going to want tomorrow? I had 3 companies before I felt like a legitimate businessman. My first business was very similar to Gary Vee's. I was speaking all over the country. I was speaking 250 times a year.
Yeah.
And I felt like a total fraud, dude, because I wasn't a business. All I did was go speak. People paid me money, and I went home. That's not a business, man. You know, the second business was a partnership, which was really awesome because he was doing all the work and I wasn't, and I got a piece of the deal. That's been going on for 20 years. That was cool. But the third one is the real estate business. You know, that business is worth $400 or $500 million today. That's a real business, dude.
Yeah.
You know, we service families. There's big giant deals. Now, my goal is to take that from 400 million to 4 billion, and provide homes, nice living spaces for people in the state of Florida and the Southeast. And my goal is, my egotistical goal is, I want to go public and ring the bell on Wall Street. And my speech will be like, this is to my teacher, Miss Gardner. This is to the principal, man, who said I'd never make it. Read between the lines, boy.
So there's your end goal. You want to be on Wall Street,
that's one of them, dude. But you know, the real end goal is to leave a legacy. So that people I don't even know today, man, 30, 40 years from now, people will pick up my book and say, dude, maybe you don't have a problem, bro. Maybe it's all the people telling you something that have a problem.
You've got some young children. Is that something you want them to follow in your footpath and be in the family business too?
Whatever they want to do, man. Whatever they want to do is fine, So if they want all the money, they're going to have to either run the business or earn the money, because I ain't giving it to them.
Yeah.
Grant, I know your time is valuable. We got probably 2 more questions before we let you go. The one
Johnny, I
want to ask you is, everything that you know now, is there one thing that you feel that you've learned that allows you to continuously grow that most people don't know?
Dude, you got it. This obsession thing is a real deal. People go buy that cologne. Remember that cologne obsession? I remember everybody was obsessed with obsession. They throw it all over them. I'm like, dude, that's what you need to do with your goals, man. People spend more time freaking soaping themselves up, throwing cologne and makeup on them. I'm like, dude, that's what you need to do with your freaking dreams. You need to swim in it. You need to drink it. You need to eat it. You need to be obsessed with it. You need to be so obsessed. You need to tap into this obsession so much that people are worried about you all the time. Like you said earlier, Tris, man, you're not resting, man. You're not sleeping, man. You don't ever turn it off. That's what people need. People around you need to be saying, dude, something wrong with you, bro. What you on? People always ask me that. What you on, dude? How do you get younger all the time? People ask me, dude, how do you get younger every year, man? Where you get your energy from, bro? How often do you sleep? People think I'm nuts, man. But who's saying that about me? It's people that aren't nuts. Because all the hitters, my friend that I was talking about earlier, the billionaire guy, he don't think I'm nuts. Elon Musk, man, he wants to go to Mars, bro. He wants to colonize Mars, man. Okay, check it out. He wants to send fusion bombs on the north side of Mars and blow them up so he can light the planet up and create to have a chance of creating life. Now, that's some big shit there, dude. All I want to do is meet 7 billion people. He wants to colonize another planet. Yeah. So if I tell my sister, one of my sisters, I want to meet 7 billion people, she's like, well, that's probably not possible. I tell Elon Musk that, what would he say?
Yeah, go for it.
Exactly. You see the difference, dude? Obsessed or average? Who are you? There's no gray here, folks. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no gray. There's no middle ground. You're just making sense of where you're at right now. And it's everywhere. The problem with average, man, it's an epidemic on this planet. It's in Sydney. It's in Miami Beach. It's in New York. It's in Bogota. It's in Ecuador. It's everywhere, bro. It's on the whole planet. Everybody, and it's been around for a long time, but it's getting worse. Everybody's trying to talk everybody into being less than they are. And my goal with this book, Be Obsessed or Be Average, is to convince people, dude, you've been told you had ADD, ADHD, compulsive disorders, control freak, whatever. You are the gifted ones. Tap into the gift.
Definitely. Grant, go back a few years now. Okay. I want you to give yourself, your 20-year-old self, some advice. What would be the best advice with all the different struggles you had coming through your 20s? If you could go back now, what advice would you give?
Well,
to
no, number one, man, you got little Grant. Hey, little G dog, you got to quit doing the drugs. Okay. I don't care if it was legal. Weed. Let's say weed was legal back then. I spent too much time doing that stuff, man. It's a waste of time. I don't care if it hurts you or not. You're spending too much time on something that can't do anything.
Mm.
So like you got to quit spending time on things that can't go anyplace. Number one, bro. Number two, you need to go back and tap into those goals, those dreams you had as a kid, man, before everybody got to you. You want to be James Bond, then be James Bond. You want to be an actor, then be an actor. But don't just be an actor, man. Okay? You need to be a freaking A-list actor, a director, a producer, okay? The guy that can fund the movies, because that's control. Otherwise, you're just an actor. And the problem with being an actor, man, is you're waiting for somebody else to tell you to act. I don't want to do that. I want to be the actor, the writer, the director, the screenplay, the producer, the investor. I want to own the studio, bro. So I get to decide what people look at. Right? So I would just tell myself, man, look, control everything. You can know everything. Anybody that tells you can't know, you can know. And be the greatest in your space, man, because if you're not going to be the greatest in your space, you're a slave to the space.
Yeah.
Be obsessed or be average.
All right, Grant, just to finish off, I've got a personality question for you. Now, Grant, you're going to be hosting a dinner party. You've got only 5 invites. You can invite anyone dead or alive. They just can't be any of your family or friends. Who are you inviting, my man?
Dude, I'm inviting Johnny, man. I'm inviting Tristan. How many more can I invite?
You can have 3.
Three more guys? I got to get Elon there. And if I get Elon there, I got to get Bob D there because Bob will kill me if I didn't have Bob there. And I don't know, man. Who else would I want there? Somebody living or dead?
Dead or alive, my man.
Man, shit. I gotta have Alexander the Great. I'm like, dude, you got to talk to us, bro. I got to know what it was like to freaking just like take over the damn planet at 16. That was strong.
And what are we going to do? We're going to jump on your jet?
And dude, I might have Kanye there just for entertainment.
Well, he's going to entertain us on the jet, right?
Oh, yeah, that's no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grant, man, once again, we really appreciate you coming on the show. One of my clients back in Sydney, Australia, Varun Chopra, we're rocking the bracelets. Don't be a little bitch, champions dominate. Could you just give Varun a little shout out?
Varun, bro, Varun, man. I got to have Varun at dinner with us, man. Varun, you can carry Kanye's bags, bro.
He's actually, Johnny's actually got him ripped too.
Yeah,
so.
he's lost like 30 kilos in the last year. So super shout out to my man, Varun Chopra. Keep it up, man. Grant's inviting you to the party.
Yeah, that's right.
And Grant, where can the people find you on social media, online, and tell them where they can buy that book, my man?
Yeah, so wherever, look, whatever, if you're on Snapchat or YouTube, just put in the name Grant Cardone, wherever you are, Instagram, Facebook, Grant Cardone, you'll find me, okay, number one. Number two, here's the special deal on the book, particularly because you guys are in Australia, okay? If you buy that book right now from Amazon, you're not going to have that book till probably November.
Yeah.
So here's what I can do for everybody in Australia. So you can get the book today. Now, nobody can get the book today because it's not going to be released till October 10th. So what we did was, if you order the book from grantcardone.com/obsessed, and the only reason I'm having them do that is because I need your email to give you what I'm going to give you. And I can't get that from Amazon or Barnes & Noble or Books A Million. If you order from grantcardone.com/obsessed, I went to the studio. Check this out. Nobody's ever done this before. Do you guys know people that don't like to read?
Sometimes, like, I'm in and out. I love my audio stuff now.
Dude, I know guys that like, I don't have time to read. I don't like to read. I like to do it on an e-reader. I like to hear it. I went to the studio and I spent 6 days, and I put the whole book on video.
You got on video? Well, I'm down. I'm buying it.
Okay. And here's the deal. It's $500 for the video. I'll give it to you for free when you buy it at my store for $29.
Boom.
Okay, I'll ship you the video today. I don't know when you're going to get the book. Okay? Come on, man. Who does that?
Uncle G.
And then, if that's not enough, man, on October the 13th, I'm going to do a mastermind for 13 days in a row for free for everybody that did that.
That's my birthday.
There you are, dog. That's why I did it, Tris.
Yeah, buddy.
Grant, it's been a pleasure, man. We'll have to catch up soon. Miami, Sydney, we're coming down.
Okay, man. You guys are awesome, man. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks a lot,
Appreciate it, Grant.